So the Leo is more of a hybrid defensive end for a 4-3. Usually you're looking at a lighter, longer, faster type defensive end, and you end up using defensive tackles that are bigger, heavier than your traditional defensive tackles for a 4-3 offense. They're more like guys that you get for a 3-4 because that what they're doing. Those tackles are looking to eat double teams and leave your ends available to make plays. And like I said, you need the lighter, faster guys, people who can get out quick and tackle well. And, one of the biggest things about this, we go look at Yannick Ngakwe for the Raiders last year that played under RDC currently. He's under 250 pounds, 6'2", right? Lighter, quicker, faster guy. It's going to be interesting to see who he actually has as his starting Leo because Quiddy Pay, he's 6'2", but he's over 260, right? And he's a good tackler though, right? And he's quick off the ball. A guy that I think fits the bill a little bit better than Quiddy Pay would be Kamoko Toure, who is at the 250-pound mark, but he is 6'5", right? He's a longer, thinner, faster guy. Now, the big question is how good is Kamoko Toure when it comes to tackling? That's the big issue. We know that Quiddy plays the run very, very well, but I would like to see Kamoko and Quiddy both used in this situation. I think it would be a huge benefit because it's kind of a change-up situation for the Indianapolis Colts, whether you're running the Leo on the left end or the right end, because you got to remember Max Crosby, who is also a longer, lighter defensive end, played on the opposite side of Yannick Ngakwe. So this could be a very interesting situation. Now, the Colts do have a two very big defensive tackles that they can run, that can take up blocks. We know DeForest Buckner, who's like 6'9", 900 feet tall, and 300 pounds, and he's been eating blocks his whole career, doubles and triple teams. And then of course, we have Grover Stewart, who is also a big guy, lost some weight actually for the beginning of last year just to get a little bit more quickness, but still has the ability to handle those double teams, which will free up both ends. And that's why I think that this situation right now with Kamoko and Quiddy as our defensive ends playing the Leo positions will be a very, very good thing moving forward. All right, so what we have here is a traditional lineup for using a Leo in a pass rush situation. As you see, you have Yannick way out here on the 7 tech, and the next closest guy, the next closest defensive tackle to him, is sitting at the 1 tech. The 1 tech has that A gap, right? And that's generally between the center. The A gap is between the center and the guard, and the B gap, which is the 3 tech, would be, between the guard and the tackle, and then the 5 tech is just outside the tackle, and then a tight end, and then the 7 tech. And looks like opposite of him is Max Crosby, which is way out here on the 7 tech as well. Almost 8 tech, technically. But Yannick's sitting here. Now, what this generally does is it guarantees him one-on-one versus your left tackle, right? That tackle right there is almost guaranteed one-on-one. And this tackle here, the defensive tackle, has got to eat these guys. Got to eat them. And same with him. This defensive tackle who's sitting way out there on the 5 tech on the opposite end generally is going to eat these two guys. That's what I'm saying. The defensive tackles need to be bigger guys to be able to eat blocks. And that allows, your defensive ends, who are your traditional Leo type players, one-on-one. Now, as we watch this play develop, bam, what do you know? When you have this situation and you look, you generally have a massive one-on-one out here. And because there's so much space now, because you got guys over here eating up the guards and centers, he could either go outside, inside, or bull rush and not have to worry about another guy coming up and hitting him. So that frees him up to do whatever he wants, to set up that tackle however he chooses. Here, he runs an outside edge rush, beats that tackle really, really well, gets around the edge, bam, Jalen Hurts goes down. And if you look, Crosby's doing the exact same thing against his guy, right? So that's a beautiful situation. That's what you want to see, is your defensive ends beating the one-on-one, knowing that they're going to have one-on-one due to how it's lined up. And it's not always going to be lined up to where your left defensive end is going to be the one that's getting the one-on-one setup. Hey guys, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time I go live. Don't forget, you can also share this video to your favorite social media, and please open up that description of the video. In there you find a link to my Patreon, which is only $5 a month. You get all of my content plus Patreon specific content, and of course my merch shop right here. As I said earlier, right, and it's not always left side that's got the big gap. If you look here, now these linebackers are up on the line, but they're going to step back into coverage as soon as this ball is snapped. So this defensive tackle is sitting at the one tech between the center and the guard. And Crosby is the one that's got the massive one-on-one outlet, right? But here's the reason why you want your Leo to be lighter and faster than your traditional defensive end. As we watch this play develop, immediately Crosby obviously taking Braden Smith out wide. You got Glowinski hit here. This is going to be an open spot once he steps back. You got your defensive tackle taking on. What's Yannick going to do? What's Yannick going to do? Yannick is going to, this is why you got to be faster. Yannick is going to run completely across the screen, and he's going to be in that open gap that one tech and Crosby, because of the way they ran, is open. And Yannick makes the play, gets the sack. Gets the play, gets the sack. Even though he was on the opposite end, because he's lighter and faster, they were able to use him on a very long stunt all the way across to be able to make this play. And that's why having a lighter, faster defensive end, such as the Leo, is so beneficial, because just because you see it one way doesn't mean that's where he's going to end up being when the play finishes. When your defensive ends can work in tandem on a situation like this, it's a beautiful thing to watch. If you watch here, again, this time you have your tackle over on the one tech on this side rather than the other, with Crosby having the open, which means he can go out wide or inside. And because of that, Ngakoue has the edge. He's going to have to go most likely out wide due to the fact that you have your 3 tech way out here, technically running a 4 tech, right? Because he's right across from the tackle. Now, which means most likely he's going to take this wide outside. Crosby knows this because he sees what's going on down the line. So he's going to take the he's going to fake the outside move as we watch. Spin back inside. Ngakoue's got the outside. Crosby goes on the inside. They meet in the middle, force Jackson to throw before he wants to. Incomplete pass. Could have been intercepted. It was that bad. And again, because you have the lighter, faster, longer guy, see how he's able to reach out? Lighter, faster, longer. Reach out. Lighter, faster, longer. He's able to spin inside and dive into him. You know, he's on the ground. Both these guys dove into Lamar Jackson on their rushes to force him and get a bad pass out. Ngakoue probably, if I think right, actually got a hand on the ball as he threw the football, which is why this is incomplete. This channel is proudly sponsored by the Backroom Collection. They do beautiful sports canvas art with football, basketball, baseball, and other sports themes. Special orders are accepted and autograph pieces are available. Many Indianapolis Colts signed pieces will be available beginning in November. Just use your discount code CL10 to purchase the pieces you want to spice up your living area. That's CL10. What's going on, everybody? This episode is brought to you by Ultra Game. Ultra Game is officially licensed by the NFL. Ultra Game NFL is a reintroduction to the classic NFL fan gear, boasting innovative design and fabric updates for the fresh fits for today's stadium goers that appeal to everyone. And if you use the link in the description right now, you get this great Ultra Game NFL Men's Sherpa lined full fleece hoodie sweatshirt. That's right. And this full soft fleece hoodie with Sherpa polyester lining ensures comfort and warmth in the cold weather. Length and fits as perfect as a layering piece for any physical activity. Just make sure you use the link in the description. That way you could get your Ultra Game Men's Sherpa full lined zip fleece hoodie sweatshirt at a discounted price. Let's get back to the video. And when you have two guys that are lighter, longer, faster, you can interchange them, as you can tell here. And Ngakoue's over here on this side now, and Crosby's over on this end, right? And Crosby's now sitting with, the closest guy sitting at the 1 tech rather than at the 3 tech, whereas Ngakoue is lined up proper as a defensive line would normally do, even though he is a bit whale out there at the 7 tech, actually 8 because he's right across from the tight end. This is a very impressive, no, that's a 6 directly across. But anyhow, again, you're able to flip these guys to get a better idea of what's going on. This is later in the game, and they flip because now these guys he's been used to playing Ngakoue, he's been used to playing Crosby. You flip them, two different dudes, two different skill sets, two different abilities. Don't know how to handle it. When you have two guys that can do that, you could flip and have this specific situation happen. And as you see, Crosby comes in, takes a wide stance, runs right up, uses the bull rush, pushes him right in to Lamar, forces Lamar to throw the ball into the dirt. Why? Because the tackle did not know how to handle Crosby at that time when they flipped him around. He hadn't been playing against Crosby the whole game. That's a great aspect to having a couple guys that can fill that Leo position. Now, something that's really important when you are running that Leo and you have that big split is you have to be able to pay attention to your outside edge, because you cannot give up that outside edge. If you're not paying attention and you let a wide receiver or a tight end or something crush you inside or outside, and you can't play contain, that's going to leave an opportunity for a run play to really blow up in your face. On this play, as you can tell right here, he's not expecting Chase to run up and just tag him on the outside and crush him in. Now, had that not happened, had he been able to do that, he'd be able to run directly at Chase and beat this blocker here and be able to corral inside the run. But you have to have your head on a swivel here, be able to expect that kind of stuff. But because of the situation that's going on, Chase is able to blast Ngakoue inside, which opens up a big run. Now, had he not been able to do that, had he been able to push in, he would immediately take this blocker most likely out of the rest of the play, and possibly have a line to go right up and make a huge tackle for loss. But he wasn't paying attention, and just like that, bam. Now, the play was made later on. Check this out. Again, why these positions are so important. You know, you got your guy right here. You know, Max Crosby, again, lighter, faster, longer, quicker. Keep an eye. He's the one that actually stops this play from being huge. He goes all the way across the line and makes the tackle. Massive, huge play. So that's benefits and also hindrances if you're not paying attention. Thanks for watching. Please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time I go live or upload a video. And until next time, as usual, have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.